Heyo, welcome to I Would Like to Blow My Nose, episode 10. Hold on. Why am I'm sorry, I'm so unprepared. I just woke up. Hmm. So, first things first. Um, hope you're doing well. Miss you a lot. Of course, of course. But let's get right into it. Blowing my nose and stuff. First off, bruh. So my dad came home from work and he had me come out to the garage to come help him like unscrew a thing or whatever. And then it was like a big like tube thing. And then I'm like, okay. After I finished, and then I like went back inside, and then I went to go take a shower like an hour or two later, and then like all I ate for this far or for like 2 days was like ramen. And then I made like these really nice eggs. They're like soft boiled like ramen eggs, but I like had them steeping, or not really steeping, but like soaking in like a really salty like brine, I guess you would call it. It was like sriracha and like soy sauce and MSG and salt and then a little bit of water and then also some like what do you call it, sesame oil and whatnot to like really infuse the flavor into the egg, and I like let it sit over a couple days and then I like ate that with ramen and it was really good. Anyway, um yeah, uh I went to go take a shower and like I thought I was like going crazy, or like maybe the eggs that I made like fucked me up somehow, or I got like a disease or something. But when I was showering, like the water was like salty, and like my mind couldn't like get my head around why it would be salty, other than me just like dying or something. But after the salty hot water shower, um, I told my dad about it, and just to like be like, oh, am I really crazy or not? And he was like, oh yeah, no. The water is salty because he's testing out like salt pellets in the water to like refresh the system or something like that. And yeah, I was a little scared for a moment, but we were all good. And but like the one like side effect of that was like my water. Or no, it wasn't like a side effect of the water being salty and me like tasting it. It was just a side effect of him putting in the salt pellets in the thing. And but like the water, because I usually get water from like the fridge and it's like filtered or whatever, but it like tasted weird, and like it tasted weird for like a whole day. I'm like, bro, like it, I really sucked, but it's all good because now the water tastes good. And then oh, CS:GO 2 or CS2 finally like fully released. So CS:GO is no more, and CS2 is full game. I'm really excited. Really love this game. Um, but they didn't launch with like proper community servers or workshop maps yet. So whenever those get released, um, I'm gonna start playing those a lot. And yeah, that really hyped for CS2. I haven't gotten ranked on any maps yet. Because that's one hell of a grind. To get ranked on every map, I believe is like 90 matches total, and each match will like average around an hour. Yeah, it is gonna be one hell of a grind. And then, oh, so lately I've been playing this game, or not lately, like since yesterday. I think about like 3 hours or 4 hours in total. My friend got me into this game called Factorio, which is like an automation game. You just mine things in the world and you like build machines to automate those things to build more machines and automate more things. And it's pretty fun. And then like there's like enemies, right? And every machine you make creates like pollution. So then the enemies, like once the pollution spreads to them, they'll start attacking you. And they'll like try to destroy all your buildings and stuff. And it's a really hard game, but it's really easy to like pick up. So it's pretty cool. Um, so yeah, that's a fun game we've been getting into. We've been playing it like right now, actually, before I started recording this. Um, but I like just woke up from a nap, like a 1 hour and a half nap or whatever. So like I also had a dream like during the nap, and this dream is crazy. So uh, basically, wait. I'll tell the dream at the end of the episode. I got other stuff. So basically, a couple days ago, my dad was like, "Yo, you want to go eat it like with your brother?" I'm like, "Okay." And then like I'm like, "Where?" And then he sent me like a sushi buffet thing, but it was like a flyer that didn't have the address. It just said blah 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 or whatever, like at this location, but it was just like a general location. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's like, yeah, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll go. And then like the next day comes around, I'm like, yo, are we gonna go eat dinner? Right, and like this day, I showered with like soap, and like I did my hair, I cut my nails and everything, and I even blow dried my hair. Crazy. I was prepped to go because I don't go out much, you know? Like the most I'll go out is like to go get like the mail whenever I get a package. Or like I mean yeah, that's pretty much it. um so yeah, I get all prepped up and stuff. I'm looking nice. And then I mean I didn't like put on like clothes or anything because I didn't know when we were going. And then I asked my dad, and he's like, "What? You didn't invite your brother yet?" I'm like, "Bruh, I thought you did." So I had to go invite my brother, and then we went like the day after because like by the time I asked him, um, it was already pretty late, and so we went for lunch actually the next day. And like my hair was still pretty clean, so it was whatever. Um, it's not like it went to waste or anything. Um, and then we had sushi buffet. That was pretty. It was actually not bad. I don't know why, but all the people there were like speaking Spanish and not Japanese or anything. So I was kind of suspicious, but it was whatever. And then Let's see what else. Oh, yesterday? No, the day before. My mic. You know how like it has an arm, right, that I put my microphone on? Well, it freaking like just snapped off because like I guess like one day I like bent it too much, right? But the whole like arm just like snapped off. I'm like, bruh, what the heck? It was like in the middle of like just talking to my friend. Um, so I had to go buy a new one, and I have a new one. And this one, instead of it being like in front of me, like in line with my desk, it like hangs up above, and it's all the way up there. So that's pretty cool. um, and then I got this new like face washing scrubber silicone thingamajig, and it's been really nice to clean my face. And now it's time for the crazy dream. Whoa. Um. Oh man, it's already been going for 11 minutes, bro. My friend, I told the dream story to my friend, um, and he said it took like 20 minutes. I wasn't paying attention. And like, bro, I don't know if I can make this episode like 30 minutes long. That's kind of crazy. So I'll try to like optimize it because there was a lot of ums and ahs and empty like spaces when I was telling him. Okay, story time. Right, dream story time. Ah, my hair. Ah, no, my hair. Ah. Okay, hair is fixed. Hair is fixed. Okay. Um. So dream. It started off with me waking up, and it was like nighttime, and like my great grandma and my grandma and my grandpa and my dad and my little sister and her mom were like all in like the kitchen living room area, and I'm like walking there to get like water or whatever. My great grandma like stops me when I'm walking back, and she's like, "Hold on," but like in Vietnamese, and she's like, "Wait there," in Vietnamese, and I'm like, I don't know what it is in Vietnamese, of course, but like I like understand. So I'm like, okay, I'll stay for a little bit, and she like brings over like a pot, and like it has cake in it, and she's like, for birthday. I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I'm like bowing my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And she's like, okay, okay. And then she goes back to her room, and after they sing like happy birthday to me, and I don't know why they did because my birthday is in like a whole year. um, um. So yeah, that's that is what they did. Um, and then after that, we blew out the candle. I gave a slice of cake to my little sister. I went back to my room, and then I woke up inside of the back of a plane. So, very specific, like spot in the back of the plane. So, I don't know if you'll know this, but in a game called MW2 or MW3, which is like Modern Warfare, so Modern Warfare 2 or 3, there's this map called Terminal. And on Terminal, there's like a plane that you go into. And there's like a little spot in the very, very back of the plane where like there's a little like thing that can go down for like cargo and stuff. There's like a big like flap in the back of the plane, and that thing goes down. Well, on like the very, very end, like just underneath like the tail part, like the top tail part that sticks out of the plane, there's a little like compartment there that has two like barrels on the map. And this is all from like memory. I don't actually know if that's right. But yeah, I was there. Not at terminal, but at that part of the plane, at those two barrels. Um and I woke up there. I'm like, what's going on? And then I started like watching TV because it was a TV or something. But it was like across like the whole big like a gap from the opening door, and like I don't know how long I was watching TV for, but I was like kind of like awake, and some dude like lifts up like a piece of paper like to block my view of the TV, and I like smacked it out of the way. I'm like, get out of here! I'm watching TV. um, and then a dude came up. He like poked his head up. He was like, "Yo, chill." And I'm like, "What? Who are you?" And it was like a police officer. I'm like, "What the heck?" And then the police officer's like, "Oh, hold on, chill, son. We gotta get out of here." And I'm like, "What?" And then my dad is there, right next to the police officer, and it turns out they're friends. And then he's like, "Yeah, we're going to Florida." And I was like, "What the fuck? We're going to Florida?" um, and then yeah, and then like the officer, like sheriff or whatever, and he was like, no, my dad was like, "Yeah, this is my friend," and he's like paying for like our trip, and you just try to hit him. And I'm like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry, my bad." And then like the sheriff officer had a son, and he was like same age as me, and he's like, "Yup, let's get this show on the road." And like he like grabbed both of my hands, and they were like interlocked really firm. And I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And he like does this weird swing maneuver where we like both like fly out of the back of the plane, right from my resting position on top of like where those two barrels are. I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And then like we were like flying, and we were like going like away from the plane, like 2 inches off the ground, and like somehow our feet are like perfectly stabilized to where they're like above the ground because it's like super windy and like it's blowing us away from the plane. And I don't know how the physics worked out, but it did. And we were like being swept away, but we were like super stable, and like our feet was towards the ground. Like I don't get it. And then like we had to like grab each other's like shoulders, and fucking like our feet finally touched down, and we were like maybe a football field away from the plane. Oh fuck! I like try to fix my hair, but then it just broke on the other side. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, so football field away from the plane because the wind carried us really far away. I don't know how I did it, but it was super cool. We landed super cool, super cool. We walked back. Um, we take the plane. We end up in Florida, and we go to like the officer has like a friend there who's like a little like short sweet Mexican lady who owns like a convenience store and like a bar, and there's also like a little house in the back where they live. um so we're there, and then the officer dude is like, "Yeah, we're gonna like get you set up and everything. There's a hotel there. And then we'll go to the beach tomorrow whenever you guys are done settling in." And my dad's like, "All right, I'll see you then." And then, like, my little sister is being, like, carried in my dad's arms while he, like, brings around a stroller. Right? She wanted to be carried, so he's dragging it along. And then he also has an umbrella for some reason. I don't know why. And we're like walking down this path, and it was like this path on like the back of like some houses, and it was like dark, right? It's nighttime with like yellow like lamps scattered around the walk path. And then like my dad's like, "Yo, can you hold on to the stroller really tight and the umbrella?" I'm like, "Okay, well, why?" And he's like, "Thieves." And I'm like, "What?" "Okay, whatever, I'll hold on to them." And so we're walking down, and then I like remembered I have a friend who lives in Florida. I'm like, "Yo, good. How long are we staying here?" And he's like, 20 Starbucks days. And I'm like, "What the fuck is a Starbucks day? How long is that?" And he goes, like, about 2 months. I'm like, bro, what? What? Excuse me? Um, so yeah, I was gonna stay there for 2 months just to go to the beach. And I was like, wait a second, wait, why am I going to the beach in the first place? What? And then he's like, well, do you remember 3 years ago when I asked you if you wanted to go to the beach or not, and then you said yes? Uh, I was like, what the fuck? Why would you? Why would that? Why would that? Like, what? That was 3 years ago. And whenever you asked to go to a beach, why would you go halfway across the entire fucking country to go to that beach? And why not one that's like closer by? And he didn't really bother to like answer that, of course. Um, and so yeah, that was the entire reason to go to Florida, I guess. At least to bring me along. But then I was like, what the fuck? That was really weird. Really, really weird. And then, like, a little bit further walking, we get stopped by like a police officer, like SWAT lady, and like another really short Mexican lady. And she's like, isn't it odd for you to be like worrying about theft? I guess she heard our conversation from earlier. When you're on the no fly list, how did you get here? And she's like specifically talking to my dad. And he said, it's not that big a deal. I have the privilege, and my son here, he's referring to me, also has, he's not on the no fly list, so it's fine. I don't know how the logic like works out, but it's fine. So I didn't get in trouble, but my dad did. And he gets walked away in handcuffs after the like a short little argument, and I have to go to the hotel by myself. I don't know where my little baby sister will end up. You'll find out later. But I get to the hotel, and as soon as I open the door, I get knocked out. It's like all like black, and then it goes to the next scene when I wake up. And then when I wake up, like I see like these I like a bunch of just grown men huddled around like a table with like a top like hanging light coming down from the top. Yeah. And they're like talking about Miss something Fernandez. Just very stereotypical Spanish name. Uh, and they're talking about how she's like a criminal or whatever. And I was like, damn, I knew she was suspicious. I forgot to tell you that I felt she was suspicious earlier, but she was suspicious. And then like my dad was there too, and he had an afro for some reason now. And he was also wearing like a white shirt and like brown overalls. It was really weird. Um but it wasn't like a white like shirt. It was like a collared button down. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, yeah. Fancy stuff. Anyway, uh yeah, he was like, yeah, we gotta take care of this or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, I wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of observing. And then like the leader of like the big group of guys was like, ah, you're always like this, fucking goddamn. And then all the other guys was like, yeah, man, what the heck? And he was like, ah, it's whatever. You guys need me, so it's whatever. And I learned like later on that my dad's like a globe trotting elite hacker who like works with the government and can like do whatever he wants or whatever. And it was like fucking manhwa main character vibes. um and then yeah, he's and I was like, yo, can I go hang out with my friend now? And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll send you to like the hotel over. And instead he just sends me to the old Spanish lady, like her like rib. I'm like, oh shit. And like my little sister is there, and I go there, I set up my laptop, and I'm chilling in bed, and then it's like still nighttime or whatever, and it turns out that chick, she was part of a gang who like torments and kills and extorts what do you call it, tourists. So like when tourists come, usually they have like a pickup spot, and she like follows them from then, and like has a, like an information network where she like um gathers info about the tourists, and like she uses that info to extort them. And I guess my dad was on the no-fly list, so she used that to extort stuff out of him. But like he's that guy. And then yeah, they were gonna go take care of her. So he was working with like FBI people in that hotel. I don't know why he had an afro, but yeah. um, and then I was like laying in bed, like on my phone, and I went to like call my friend to like go tell him like, yo, I'm coming over, or I'm here in Florida. You wanna hang out or anything? And I call him, and he has his webcam turned on, and fucking I see him, and he's got huge titties, and he had no shirt on, and I was just like staring at the camera, like keeping a straight face, like what the fuck is going on? I didn't say it, right? Because I was like trying to play it off because he heard the Discord noise, and like he started like freaking out, right? And he like kind of stumbled around and everything. I had to like turn around really quickly and like nestle myself into bed because like to like try to like play it off like I didn't see him or her. I'm like, whoa, he's a girl. What's going on? And like now I was like on the fence. Like, should I ask? Because I'm gonna be here for 2 months. Should I ask to like stay over? This doesn't feel right. And then what? Uh, I forgot what happened. I think he was like I just like played it off. And I was like whatever. But then I was like, ah, he's still the homie. I've been playing with him for years. It's whatever. Um, and then we were like, yeah, we'll meet up later. That was pretty crazy. Um, yeah, that was the end of the dream. Hope you enjoyed the stories. It's already been a really long video. Sorry about that. Um, but yeah, miss you a lot. Be safe. Take care of yourself, and don't forget about me. Love you lots.